on, Mom, I told you, we're doing the thing.
Over-the-top performers. Tenacious foursome. Candid comedians. These four Vancouver rockers dared to push the boundaries of pop punk. They sold themselves on talent. Stood their ground when faced with failure.
People try for years to get a record deal, and then they get one, and they're like, okay, boom, we're going to be huge, right? That's the way it works, and it's not the way it works.
Survived a battle with drugs.
I just planned on going to this treatment center to, like, get everyone off my back, and then I was going to come back out and go right back to drugs again and stuff.
And did it all while still having fun.
1,000 voices that never seem to help me before.
I even stuffed myself for this. I got two socks in here. Come on, guys.
Even after 10 beers, I'm still a 1.
They're no pop-punk boys next door. They're your rugged.
This is natural.
Rowdy.
No, I'm thinking I'm going to smack that mustache right off his face with some of that.
Friendly neighborhood rock stars.
Hello. Yeah, we're cheering for Mayo now.
We like to party! Marianas Trench was born to be. June 20th, 2010. Much Music Video Awards.
Hi, I'm gonna snook for love tonight.
Marianas Trench was about to take the rooftop stage at one of the biggest award shows of the year.
All the way from Van City, we have Marianas Trench.
After almost a decade of struggling to succeed, Marianas Trench had finally received national recognition, proving that hard work and talent really pays off. But it wasn't an easy climb to the top.
That's where it all started.
It all started in a little town called Vancouver.
Call it the Couve.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Lead singer Josh Ramsey grew up in a household where music was a staple.
My dad ran a studio called Little Mountain in the 70s and 80s and part of the 90s, which had AC/DC, Aerosmith and stuff. You know, my mom's also a singing teacher, and for a while, Brian Johnson from AC/DC kept coming to our house every day to take singing lessons because he was complaining he was tasting blood when he was singing. Apparently, that's not normal. I don't know. When you grow up around that, you're so young, you don't understand, like, fame or anything like that, and it just seems like this is, like, a realistic lifestyle.
Everyone I knew was a musician, so I thought everyone was a musician until I was, like, maybe 14.
And at 14, Josh took his first tentative step into the music industry, singing and playing guitar in local coffee shops and bars.
My mom used to have to drive me to gigs. When you play in bars and you're underage, you're allowed to play, but you're not allowed to be in the bar, so you can, like, be on stage, and then you have to leave stage right away, and I used to have to do that all the time.
During the day, Josh attended McGee Secondary School, where he met future bandmate Matt Webb.
We were both in band and school together, and then...
Yeah, speaking of things that are really cool, we were both in band and choir.
Matt, a multi-instrumentalist himself, also had musicians in his family tree.
My grandfather was a musician. He played everything, and he really inspired me to get into this business. And then, you know, I did piano. My mom stuck me in piano lessons. At the time, I hated it, but, you know, I don't think I'd be anywhere near where I am now if it wasn't for that.
The two hit it off, and as luck would have it, Josh was looking to form a band to accompany him on stage. And so with Matt on board, Ramsey's Fiction was formed.
I was like, well, I don't want it to be called my name because that's kind of lame, so I'll call it a band. And then I was like, okay, I'll call it this Ramsey Fiction thing. And then that only lasted for about a year.
While Josh was on the path to stardom, his road took a dark turn. He began experimenting with drugs.
The way that, you know, you look at drugs when you've never been messed up in it, is there something sort of romantic about the whole cliche of it all, and I guess I fell for it, I suppose.
What were you addicted to?
I was addicted to heroin.
Heroin overdoses ended the lives of many iconic musicians. Josh was heading down a deadly path.
How does a kid in grade 11 even get wrapped up in heroin?
There's a lot of stuff like that that's way more available than people think it is. I remember at the time thinking how ironic it was that I could easily buy heroin, but the harder part was buying a pack of cigarettes to go with it.
I think I always had like a really addictive personality, and then unfortunately I discovered something that I really loved, and that was a problem.